Oh, big news! This took over the internet for a couple of days.
Any Gen X?
Oh, any Gen X?
Any Gen X in the comment
The
section?
forgotten generation, the one that blend in with everybody.
That wanted to go down to Atlanta and
the true cool kids.
Anybody in here that was going down to Atlanta from 1983 to
1997, 98? I think it was 98. It lasted 98, I think. Generation X is what they call the cool kid. I call that the cool kids generation.
That's my mama generation.
They grow, they move with the internet, the music. They have a different, wide variety of interests when it comes to music. They listen to all genres. Generation X is the cool kids.
Mr. Man, did you say yes, sir? You was down there at Freaknik?
Yes, sir. What you doing down there, Mr. Man?
I hope you don't got no cases coming up on you.
Hey, we're going to get to it. Hulu sets doc on Atlanta spring break. Freaknik, Jewel Thief. We don't care about the rest of the stuff. They got docs coming on. They knew what to put first. They knew what people cared about. Let me just show the article here. Hold on. They already knew what people was ready for. Look at this right here. Make sure it's showing the screen. All right. Hulu is adding 3 new titles to its growing lineup of original docs. Freaknik, The Wildest Party Never Told.
What about Girls Gone Wild?
We'll get to it. Freaknik and The Wildest Party Never Told recounts the rise and fall of the small Atlanta HBCU picnic that exploded into an influential street party and spotlighted ATL as a major cultural stage. Per Hulu's description, can the magic of Freaknik be brought back 40 years later?
It can't.
Do you want to?
Why so?
I don't think you want to bring that back, yeah.
Executive producer. It reminds me of Juve.
Yeah. Maybe.
When they describe the women, them being on the highway, traffic backed up. You see her, she see you. I like you, you like me.
Right, get
get in the car, and your homie sitting in the car, and y'all doing it right there, and then he take the condom and drop it out on the damn street.
When she get out of the car, yeah,
that's disgusting.
It was wild.
Savages. That's what Generation X was.
Yeah, I was
savages.
on some wild shit that day. 95 South. Executive producer includes showrunner Geraldine L. Porras, and this is the woman I want to show this woman right quick. This is the first person named the producers of the show. This is her. She is it shows where she from.
He said bring it back after COVID vax.
Ain't gonna be, let me stop. I'm about to say something, get it about here. Now the movie's on, this is the woman. She's one of the main people that's gonna be doing the production on the show, on the doc.
She's Hispanic?
Huh?
She Hispanic?
I forgot the name of the place she's from. Hold on, let me
her name is Geraldine?
Geraldine, I guess how you say it. She is, what's that place? I got it in my head. She's South American.
You ain't got to tell me, I knew.
Nicaragua. That's it. She can Nicaraguan, I guess how you say it.
Yeah.
But anyway, the show she's known for is the show California Love. We need to talk about Cosby. What was that? What was that about?
So why she in all this black business?
What was we need to talk about Cosby about?
That was about
Bill Cosby assault.
So this is a setup for all y'all Negroes that was down there in the South.
And both these right here, United Shades of America, both these right here are by the same dude, the Kamar, whatever his name is, dude. He was in both of these.
That's the black dude.
The white black dude. All right. Then you got director P. Franklin Williams, as well as Jermaine Dupri and Luther Campbell.
His little stinking short ass.
Why you say you stink?
And Luke, he did.
Uncle Luke.
He is the one that destroyed.
Huh?
Well, he brought out that scripper music.
He ain't the first person to do it, but he was definitely
prominent.
He was somebody who was doing it, and they were trying to ban his music, and he fought against it, free speech, all that stuff. He was the one they used against what they called the conservatives back then. Remember they used to do that shit where they would create this narrative of these white conservatives don't like this music, they're being oppressive to this music. They did the same thing with NWA. They create this narrative that they're actually against the cops and all this other stuff. But now Ice Cube is playing a cop on all these movies and Ice-T's. And
why are you throwing shots?
I'm just saying it was fake. These were characters they were playing.
Okay.
I'm just saying. I mean, look at Public Enemy. Now, what's his name is a super Democratic shield. Anyway.
A lot of them are.
Luke Campbell, Peter Bittingberger, and Melissa Cooper of Mass Appeal. This is the guy who works with Nas with Mass Appeal Music. So I was wondering why, what the hell he got to do with this? Is Nas going to be a part of this as well? Is he going to be in the doc?
Who?
Nah, this guy right here, Peter Bitter Bender. He created Mass Appeal with Nas. It's a company and it's a record label. And the Mass Appeal Music.
Wow.
So I wonder if Nas is gonna be a part of this. It's a Eric from Swirl Films.
Swirl Films.
Terry Ross. And look, Alex Avant. That's Clarence Avant's son.
Leave Uncle Luke alone, and Dupree makes it a broke production, like low budget, because he nickel and dime everything. He nickel.
Nicole and
he nickel. Nicole. See, this is shit I be talking about.
Listen, Alex Avant, Clarence Avant's son, is a part of this. Yeah, that's his son. His daughter is married to the dude who runs Netflix.
Owner.
So, yeah. So his daughter at Netflix, his son at gonna be working with Hulu.
We're not surprised.
Anyway, speaking of this, Freaknik, we know immediately what people thought about. People thought about immediately was this is Uncle Luke putting down the book talking about the Freaknik album. I guess it's just him saying
this is the same person that's trying to speak for Black Americans politically, and then he's gonna go put out a document like this. That's not a good look. See, that's why y'all should not involve yourselves in politics, because then you get involved with this dumb shit. It's not a good look.
You ready to shoot? You shooting still?
No, that's it.
Okay.
Ain't that crazy? How can you talking about reparations and this, and you associate yourself with something like this? It's not a good look.
He says, no one's safe. Mothers, it's time to have a conversation with your kids. So that's how when it first started getting talked about, this is what everybody talked about. Oh, people, aunt and mamas and grandmas, and they're gonna be out there shaking that. That's the first way they talked about. We'll get to the other part after this. See, we're here. A new Hulu documentary about Atlanta's Freaknik Festival in the 90s has some Gen Xers worried about the footage will resurface. Some Gen Xers are wondering if they'll appear in the collected from Hulu's documentary, Freaknik Wildest Party Never Told. According to Variety, the streaming service will make a documentary highlighting the rise and fall of Freaknik, an Atlanta-based picnic that transformed into an infamous spring break block party in the 1990s. While Freaknik helped cement Atlanta as a cultural hub, it also became a rager full of college kids and antics. Let me just play the video to what she see what she had to say.
Y'all, I don't know. We might be in trouble. Did y'all see Hulu is about to release a documentary about 94 Freaknik? Yes. 1994 Freaknik. Yes. They are about to release a documentary. So, I've been to several Freakniks. 94 was one that I attended.
You hear nothing? Hold on, y'all. Plug it in. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. You hear it? Do you hear the music? If you don't hear nothing, they might not hear nothing. Okay. Do you hear music?
No. Just ask them if they can hear the video.
You don't hear nothing.
They can hear it, dude.
Why don't you hear nothing?
George said he can hear the music. They can hear it.
All right, let's move on. All right, let me just finish playing this.
So I'm just praying that Jesus be a fence. I'm praying that Jesus just be a big, tall,
what up, Brandon?
privacy fence. That's my prayer. This Easter, this Good Friday, That's my prayer. So, I will say this though. Like when they would bring out those video cameras and start recording, I immediately removed myself from the that situation. I never ever was okay with being recorded out there. So hopefully that worked to my benefit, but you never know. You never know. So the only thing I got is, if you see your girl in the documentary, hey man, at least I'm fully clothed. At least all my clothes is on. That's all I got. That's the best I got. But yeah, y'all, they about to put our business out in the street. Some of us might be on TV. So get your parental controls together. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Mystery man. I remember her. She could suck a ball through a garden hose. Damn.
Damn, boy.
George said so fake. She's so fake. She was never there.
Your favorite first lady pastor is giving a freaky on. Oh yeah, that's what's gonna happen. We're gonna get to that a little bit later.
Well, they got saved.
Yeah, okay. Now another one has something
what
to say.
What they was doing in the street, they now doing for their husband.
Let's see what this one had to say.
Well, Gen X is supposed to be the generation of no receipts, right? Yes. Well, we were the generation of no receipts. But now, apparently, Netflix is doing this Freaknik 94 documentary. And while I did not attend Freaknik 94, I have, in fact, seen a Freaknik. We didn't ask for this. We don't want to expose. I mean, it was the 90s and we was grown, we was outside, but we are not the TikTok nation. We're not the ones. We're not the ones that like to be saying, don't do us this. We didn't ask. And look, it's Easter Sunday. Why is this happening to us? Y'all forget about us for years. And now all of a sudden we exist. Now that it's a Freaknik. Ooh, Black Jesus. Help, Lord.
Apone Shelley. Y'all gonna speak on Marla Moist?
Yes, we're gonna get to him.
French.
We got some. You hear
French.
that? You didn't hear that?
What?
That?
Yeah, I heard it.
Oh.
Marla Motorsteel out here doing the castrated male role again. He loved doing that shit.
He loved that shit. While Gen X's are reflecting on their youngest. Go ahead. This is not the U.S. They're just jigaboos like Travis. What up, Poppin'? What up, Shelly? I'll just call you Shelly. Yeah, while Gen X is reflecting on their younger days, millennials and Gen Z are waiting to see if their parents or family members will be pop up in the footage. Social media users are also interested in knowing if the documentary will touch on the pitfalls of Freaknik, including instances of crime and sexual assault. That's what I think is going to end up being mainly about, for the most part.
Getting more niggas locked up.
Freaknik Hulu doc opens up a new dialogue on festival's history of sexual assault. Now, remember, they call it the Wildest Party Never Told, and it says about the rise and fall. So I would imagine the beginning of the documentary would tell you how it started, the fun, and the last however long majority of the movie at the end, they'll be talking about the instances of sexual assault and all this other stuff that happened that led to its ending.
And Jermaine Dupri know that it's going to lead to this.
Now, like I said, at first we thought, this is going to make the women who have moved on into professional careers, mothers, and all this other stuff, they're going to get exposed in something they don't want to be a part of. Now people are saying, actually, it's going to be daddies and uncles
Craig
getting
Council.
exposed.
My mom was at Freaknik.
Oh, hey man, I hope she's not in there. Or maybe
That's
she
not
just
the
on there. Maybe she just
generation
did a
I was
little
born in.
two-step. Maybe she wasn't doing nothing crazy. Just a two-step.
I was born in the late 80s.
Really, nigga?
So there's no way I could have attended Freaknik.
This is what I think is mainly going to be about, the downside of it.
Mystery man, Freaknik equals Rico case.
A lot of people going to be getting investigated after this. Many people, by the way, it's probably going to be a lot of, I think you my daddy's, DNA test. It's going to be a lot of.
It's going to be Nigeria up in here.
Now, how in the world? How in the world did you find a way to put a shot right there? You gotta get one off every episode. On every episode, you gotta get one off on them. Just one. Many people in Black culture have heard about the infamous Black Spring Break. We know. Hulu will soon explore the history of Freaknik from the rise in the 1980s to the cease and desist ending in 1990 with a documentary aptly titled Freaknik, the Wildest Party Never Told. Now, if you've been on social media recently, you've noticed that they've been talking, they've been showing, I've seen the most footage ever from Freaknik the last week, which tells me that somebody is releasing it for publicity. They're releasing it to get some hype around the documentary. So, and I don't seen some, there was a woman standing in a damn street and a group of like 15 dudes walked up on her and spread her cheeks. And she was just like no draws, no nothing. And you know what they call that now?
What?
Sexual assault. Even though she went there naked with no draws. That's sexual assault now. She didn't consent to that.
I would say this. Because they said Freaknik started to get where women were starting to get sexually assaulted. So y'all knowing that this is what it's become, why would you choose to go there?
Hey, it ain't gonna be me if I guess what they did. I guess what they thought.
There has to be accountability on both sides.
Y'all doing a great job creating buzz for this Freaknik doc. I went looking for the official trailer only to find a mention of it in the production with no official release date. A mere announcement has us doing all the Hulu's promo. So they went through. They just showed a couple clips that I'm not gonna show. It also supposed to document the fall of Freaknik, which include a lot of sexual assault. I hope your OGs won't be on there either. Here are some firsthand accounts. So they went through talking about the possibility of people's fathers and uncles and all them being on there. But let me show the person we knew was going to be on that side of things. Shout out Nikki the guy. She the one I got this video from. Mark Lamont Hill. Who should be worried about Freaknik documentary? Once again, remember when it first was announced, everybody was saying the mamas.
The women.
The women. You're going to be on there getting exposed. But
I said black people in general.
Yeah, you see, Chad was really annoyed at this announcement.
It's a bad representation.
I know. I was just like, well, people went down there and did it on camera. Stuff like that happens. It's going to get exposed at some point.
A lot of noise is being made about this Freaknik documentary. A whole bunch of people talking about whose names and faces and voices and bodies are going to show up on this video from the 90s. And most of the conversation is about whether or not women will be exposed on this documentary, whether people's mamas and girlfriends and wives and daughters are going to show up in a Freaknik documentary. And I hear you. But that's the wrong issue. Look, I was outside in the 90s. I've been to Freaknik as an aspiring young journalist covering the story, of course. And when I was there, I saw what was happening. It's not just about women being half naked. It's not about women's hypersexuality. No, Freaknik is about men ogling, men fondling. Freaknik had a lot to do with male hypermasculinity and sexual violence. Freaknik is a rape fest. It is a sexual assault fest. That's not the only thing going on out there. I'm not trying to demonize or pathologize black people, but if we're talking about the worst in sexual violence, when we talk,
he said he's not going to demonize.
He said hypermasculinity.
Okay, let me go back. Hold on.
So when you watch Freaknik, it wasn't about the actions of women. It was about the disgusting actions of us men. And so when you watch Freaknik, you don't need to be worried about mama, daughter, sister, girlfriend. You need to be worried about brother, son, husband, or yourself, and whether or not you were engaged in some of the worst parts of patriarchal culture, whether you were part of the worst parts of rape culture and misogyny and sexual violence. When we talk about Freaknik and the way we talk about Freaknik, it's a representation of all the problems we have in a society that always blames women for the actions of men.
So let me get this straight.
Mark Lamont Hill is a gay white woman in a male's black face. Brandon.
let me just get this straight. This is me being honest.
Can Lamont get it straight? That's the fucking point. Can he get it straight? Because this nigga be wilding. And we tired of his ass. Get him the fuck out of here.
Get him the fuck out of here.
We tired of his.
You want to go in, don't you? Go ahead. Just go.
No, I'm not gonna stoop to his level.
But the fact that on his platform, and we know who Mark Lamont Hill is, we know what he represent. We know what it represents. But the fact that he found a way to create a divide, because most people were saying jokes. Oh, your mama gonna be out there, you're gonna be mad at her to die. Well, the fact that he turned it into an attempt to make it a gender war. Who was the real victim? Who was the oppressor in the situation? These women going down there, these men going down there, both know what they're going down there for. What are we talking about?
Exactly, Brandon. This was Old Time Testament. I would petition to have him stoned. That's fucking crazy. Because I was just about to say, if we was back in Israel, he would have got fucked up.
Yeah, you got stoned to death. Yeah, he been gone.
There's no need to have no vote on it.
He took him to the back.
Snatch his ass out the house.
Take him to the back of the barn and just.
No, we ain't taking him to the back of the barn.
Oh, you take him to the.
This gonna be a picnic.
Oh, you take him to the courtyard in the middle.
This gonna be a picnic.
A picnic.
Pick a nigga. We pick one.
Pick a nigga. Oh, you want to hang or you want to
hang him?
You want to lynch the man? Damn.
That little old white. Hang him. Hang him. Hang his ass.
Yeah, I don't know. Stone that nigga.
Stone that nigga.
Just throw a rock at his ass and everybody else just grab one and start throwing one and chase his ass down.
We ain't doing like they do when they when you're on death row and they shoot you.
Yeah.
We ain't putting on no blindfold. We want you to know exactly who threw the damn
I want to know that I'm the one that ended it.
I ended you.
Yeah, you gonna say no, please, patriarchy. Pop. All right, let's move on. Yeah, we done with moist. I don't like doing that. I can't do that.
Don't do that because you don't do that. You don't do that type of stuff.
I don't do that. You call people by their name like that.
Stay classy.
Hold on, you do it though. You have done.
We how to what's her name?
Mona.
We don't do county, federal.
Oh yeah,
classy.
Yeah, classy.
We don't do county. We do federal.
Let me show this one. Prominent black professionals sue Hulu over 94 Freaknik documentary release. You went through this one already. The release of Hulu's documentary about 94 Freaknik celebrating its upcoming We Know. A group of prominent black professional women plan to sue the streaming company and block the film's release based on concerns about what could potentially be exposed. They are filing a lawsuit in Atlanta federal court against Hulu. The women are saying it is unlawful because they did not sign media releases. Can't this be considered some way revenge porn, which is illegal in like California and stuff?
The point, this proves the very point. You have women that are in very prominent high positions,
lawyers,
making
doctors,
millions of dollars.
Yeah.
And they was out there
judges,
getting their ass cheeks spreaded. And now they like, I've changed. I'm a different person. I can't. This will affect me.
And professionally.
Yeah,
this will change how people view me.
It may help you out because some niggas might go to you if they know you have Freaknik getting your ass spreaded.
You seem kind of cool.
But they don't want the black male business. They want to keep that corporate white business. So, because niggas will search you out and go, she the one that. Yeah.
I got a joke I saw on social media. A black woman said, I don't know if she was a black woman, but she seemed like she's a black woman. She said, I had a black dude try to talk to me today. It means I need to hit the gym. I was like, oh my God.
She said a black dude was trying to talk to her, so that means she thick.
She said I gotta go to the gym. Damn.
Brilliantly flawed. They would never do this to another race like this.
Well, that's the thing. I wonder, and as you brought up earlier, we're all gonna do the same.
But girls
going wild.
It's already out there doing video though.
I'm saying girls going wild in spring break are way bigger than Freaknik.
But can you use girls gone wild as a?
Yeah, because there was actual sexual assault going on.
But I'm just saying they've already been exposed out there.
There's not been a documentary. He just got exposed for actually doing this. So he was drugging women. He was not without their consent recording them when they said don't want to be recorded.
Okay,
he was recording them still.
So you just want the sexual assault part to be talked about?
No, I'm saying if you want to talk about is it lascivious? Is that the right word? I don't think it's the right word I'm using. I'm sorry. You're gonna talk about the debauchery that was happening at Freaknik and making it, and then kind of our fault. We're a lot of black people who never went, kind of holding into this nostalgic area where, oh man, Freaknik, they was crazy back then. You never went. So it is what it is.
Bunny's going wild. He loves it.
If bunnies can get some smoke soaking Freaknik. Produced in part by Luther Uncle Luke Campbell, who tweeted out the doc's announcement last week. Freaknik, the wildest party never told. We'll also see Jermaine Dupri. We know. While some cast members of the RSMS agree with the defense and believe it may hold weight in court, Special K and the Brat believe the fair use will come into play due to it being independent footage from the mass public.
How the Brat married to a woman and she pregnant?
We know what goes on. We know. Let me stop. Like a lot of people who claim to be.
Well, no, I think she did get she has an artificially inseminated.
Yeah, a lot of them say that.
But
a lot of them say that, yeah.
Why not just have had a baby with Alvin Iverson? It don't make no sense to me.
Well, why gotta be Alvin Iverson? I mean,
whoever she been with, that's the only one I've known that that's out there that she's been with. So.
Alvin Iverson's married. Stop passing my damn. You hit it just when I said it too.
Pink toes gone wild.
Keeper said we don't need to see it. I agree. Pink toes. I do and I will. They did a documentary on Girls Gone Wild. They walked away with that lady. Ladies got nothing. So they didn't even get anything. Did they try to sue him or did they make a documentary about his assaults and non-consensual recordings and they got nothing from it? They just exposed him for no reason, I guess. Damn. According to the media takeout in a C-suit, executives state that there are already videos circulating online that show her in an unflattering light. She is married with 3 children, earns north of $1 million annually,
and she like, you fucking with my money.
In her position, and hope to block the official debut.
It should be blocked.
The women plan to remain anonymous. More details of the case continue to develop.
We know they plan on remaining anonymous because that's the whole point. They don't want to be released.
They don't want to be released.
The Brat and the Goofy shit too. Mommy, where's my daddy? You have 2 mommies, baby.
Confusion, chaos. The group of women is
welcome to Babylon.
It says a group of women comprised of 1 politician, 3 high-level corporate executives, and 1 judge. Imagine your judge. You go out there, put some child support or something, and you go, ain't that what's the name from Freaknik?
Pretty much.
You can't judge me. Look what you did.
You out here spreading your ass.
Yeah, at least I did everything in the privacy of my home.
Hopping in cars, getting.
Oh yeah, okay. See, we not that vulgar.
We not that vulgar.
Well, actually,
I ain't scared of you, motherfuckers.
But you know.